What's up, everybody?
We're
Hey,
back.
this is our last time this year. We are done tonight for 2022.
2022 is over.
You tonight to manifest love that's right for you.
Mm-hmm,
Manifest love.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We were talking about like how everybody got a weird thing that they like, and they enjoy, or they want from somebody else. If it's not your weird thing, let them go. They're not for you.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
If somebody doesn't like the things you like, there's going to be somebody who does. There is somebody out there that thinks that you light up the fucking world. And in 2023, you could go find them, or they could come find you. But you got to be specific. You got to know what you want. And no real relationship that you grow from and learn from is a bad relationship. It might not end well, but it's not a bad relationship if it filled you and nourished you in some way.
That's true. That's true. It's like everybody has different definitions of what's a good relationship because what's good for me may not be good for you. What's exciting to me may not be exciting to you. So I think people have to look at themselves and figure out what's right for them and take it from there.
I agree with that. So one of the things that I think when I was looking for Mr. Williams, that I manifested, one thing I've started to believe in was I didn't always complain about I don't have a man. I don't have, this, I don't have that. I just started thinking about the things I wanted in a man. And because I'm a spiritual person, I prayed about it. I told God that this is between me and him. This is not something that I was going to constantly talk about amongst my friends because this, to me, it was a covenant between me and God, what I wanted in my relationship, in my husband and my boyfriend, whatever. And that's how I began to manifest what I wanted in my relationship. I didn't keep ranting and ranting and ranting about, oh, I ain't got no man, oh, I ain't
Hi,
got
Ebony.
this. Huh? Ebony is on here.
Ebony. Mhm.
Ebony, I didn't do all of those things. So I feel like, one, just manifest what you want, and it don't have to be a broadcast type situation.
No, it's private. That's the one thing about manifesting. I feel like when you manifest something, it's got to come from somewhere internal.
Yep.
It's got to be, and like, I'm going to talk to everybody about like making a list. Make the list and put it somewhere and use it for reference.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it in a month and you're like, oh, that's good. I was just feeling some kind of way while I was watching Pink Flag. I really I don't need a guy that's like a gourmet cook. That's not really something that matters to me. I'd like to find someone who will be willing to cook dinner if I've had a messed up day, you know, and because there's got to be a little bit of settling. And somebody once told me about when you manifest love, if you could get 6 out of 10, you're good. But
I
is it?
want 10 out of 10.
I know you want 10 out of 10.
You want 11 out of 10.
You want 14 out of 10.
You trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Slapping nickels because they can't be dimes.
But my whole thing is,
What?
my whole thing is, at the end of the day, like when you're talking about manifesting love,
Yeah.
I had part of this conversation a little early, and I was talking to someone, telling them what I believe love is. Because everybody's definition may be a little different, a little off of what you want or what you need for love.
Yeah.
My thing for love is, I said, I need someone that's selfless. I need someone, because to me, that's really showing love. Like, you may be, like, you love football, Barbara. You get a dude that is not a football lover, but he knows how much you love it. So on game days, he'll sit there with you, watch it, drink some beer, chill, have fun.
Yeah.
If I'm a person that I love basketball, and I have a woman that she's not into it like that, but she know I love it. So she's gonna sit there and watch basketball with me once in a while. I'm not saying all the time,
But
but once in a while, sharing in what I love.
Yeah.
and the thing about that is too, because that's how one of the things, like, I came to loving football. Like, I liked it, and I wanted to learn because I was with someone who liked it for a long time. And then I knew about, like, watching how the plays were called, and then I knew the names of the players, and then I played fantasy, and then you get information, and then that will eventually become like a shared passion.
Right. And that's the thing. And with that shared passion, even I said, it's three things to me that I need, so I know I'm in the right relationship. The person has to have empathy. The person, I'm judging you, I'm definitely judging you by your character. So how you conduct yourself,
Good
how you
manners.
speak to people, your mannerisms. And then, I don't like liars at all. I'd rather a person tell me, yo, Wise, we went out on this date. I really wasn't feeling it. We could be friends, but I respect that more than a liar. So honesty and loyalty, that's 4 things. And that's it. That's what I need. Oh, and good sex. That's the top 5. That's the 5. Because I'm a person, like I said, I'm physical. So I know
most men are, though.
I know I need that, but believe it or not, I got friends. I know some dudes that'll be like, yo, I only need it once a month. What? If a female told me she was only going to give
once
me
a month,
yeah, once a month, I think I would lose my damn mind. So
I got the flu and I'm over here dying.
that's what I'm talking about. So that 5 things right there
Batteries.
is what I'm about. So if we could meet on those 5, and to me, those are what you call, those are must. That's not like I'm willing to bend a little. That's a must. You gotta have character. Right. You gotta have character. You have to empathize. Because if you're not able to empathize with people, if you don't have empathy, like, you're a cold person to me. You have to be able to see, like, if Sean is down and she's having a bad day, somebody should be able to come in and help her out and bring her down a little bit. So I tell people all the time, like, I don't want to go on a rant, but this is part of the problem with our country right now. no one empathizes with the other person.
I agree with that.
So you got to see, like, even if you don't agree with a person, you can still have empathy for what they're going through.
Yes.
So that's that. I need a trustworthy person. So if you a lying, scheming person, I can't fuck with you. And that's about it. Those are my 5. One day I might meet that person, but I know those are the things that I always look for, and it's not all about looks. I've been past that. Now, of course, you still want to be attracted to the person.
I was about to say, you don't want to be with no troll.
Nah, but she don't gotta be Alicia Keys.
She don't have to be Beyonce.
Yeah, no, I don't think Beyonce is attractive, but she don't gotta be Alicia Keys.
Oh, you about to get flat for that one.
That's not my thing. Like, nah. And I don't like her, and that goes back to my other one. Your
What?
character, your style. I
Right.
feel Beyonce should be able to rock just off her talent. She don't have to come out in her pantyhose and the little short like Alicia Keys.
But that's
doesn't
what
do it.
all stars do mostly.
But you don't see Alicia Keys rocking it like that. She's always covered up, but she's still beautiful.
Yes.
I try to tell women all the time, you don't have to be naked to be beautiful.
You are definitely an old-fashioned man.
He really is an old-fashioned.
Yes,
man.
I am.
And I don't mean that. That's no shade attached to it.
No, yes, I am.
Old-fashioned man. You don't want somebody like with their booty plastered all over the place. You want someone.
My thing is,
you want a modest woman.
Right. Everybody shouldn't know what I'm getting. Like, everybody shouldn't know what she's getting. Like, it's to me, it's just a respect level.
Right.
So that's what I look for. And then, like I said, that the sexuality that definitely has to be here. And out of all, the sexuality part is number 5. That's not the most important part. The most important part to me is the integrity. So there you go. That's my look for 2023. I'm not going to go out and look for one, but if one happens to come around, we might.
Like Barbara said, I think writing it down, keeping it safe, keeping close to you. You ain't got to share it with nobody. You ain't got to do none of that. I think that, if you're actively dating or you're looking or whatever, you keep that mental note of what you want near and dear to your heart, and you just go for it and you seek it. Other than that, like, nothing else really matters. Like, not it's about the topic, but like manifestation is real. Like, I used to, aside from love, I used to go on my board when I had my daycare. I used to write on my board, okay, I'm gonna get a new kid today. But what I would do is I would put out there I would put it out there, but then I would also like seek it, like go out there and seek a new kid, do things to kind of get this new kid to come towards me. You know what I'm saying? Because you also can manifest stuff, but if you're not putting in the work, then you not.
Mm-hmm.
You can't manifest stuff in there.
Boys, the pot is back.
Zapata, how are you? So I feel like you can't. You can't talk about you want love, you want this, and you always in the house. Because your lover is not going to come in and break in your house. Like, you got to really put that out there and go seek it. And whatever.
No, that's true. You gotta. Some people manifest it. They'll say it, they'll sprinkle it, but they don't do anything to grab it up and to make it happen. Now, right. I got a question for you, Sean.
I'm here.
See, Barbara know me, but Barbara don't know me like you. Mm-hmm. So this is the question. I want to see if I'm giving out these vibes or what. Like, in my manifestation, I always run into the women that.
The women. Thank
that
you.
They like. I'm gonna keep it real. Your brother, it's just like you know what it is. I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna bounce. Why is that?
Why you
Why
want
do,
to
no,
bounce?
why do I
You gotta
keep?
do that yourself.
No, I'm saying, why do I keep running into women like that? Is
That
that like an
the
aura
woman,
I'm putting
They
out?
doesn't let you.
the
That's
woman
the
is
thing.
wanting to hit it and bounce.
No, I'm saying, is that the aura that I'm putting out? That I'm like that dude that's just like, yo, all he gonna do is beat and bounce anyway. So
Tell you why you bring that on.
tell
You know,
me,
I joked with you about Icebox.
what happened?
You know when I joke with you about Icebox?
Yeah.
If you seem closed and
Yes.
not open to love, then they're gonna think you just want to hit it and run. You have to bring that wall down. Your wall is the wall that Trump was hoping to build.
See if somebody can send you $600 million.
Damn.
You got the best wall.
You have to bring that wall down some. You cannot, you know, for instance, and I'm gonna go off of you for a second. Women go to the club, or they used to go to the club, and when we go to the club, I hope I get a number, especially if you're single, right? And then you sit in the club and you looking like you got an attitude and you don't want to dance with this one. Can I buy you a drink? No. Can I, like, how you expect to even find somebody with an attitude or this wall up? You don't want nobody to touch you. You don't want nobody to dance with you. You don't want nobody to do this. Who the hell you looking for? The wall? Like, who you looking for? So I think you get that because your wall is so high. It is like you gotta really find that right person that has the patience, because they're gonna need the patience of Job to, to bring that wall down. That's your problem.
I don't think my wall is up like that.
But even if it's up somewhat, you don't come off as you're open to. If you have a
Oh no,
wall up,
no, I definitely don't. I definitely don't come
you
off that
don't
way.
have the aura that you're open to receive love in a way that you really do want.
Like if you cool with me, I
This
show
is
you
the thing.
love.
I'm going to tell you something. And this is not knowing you. Meeting you not as a coworker, but as a full-grown woman and a full-grown man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. You look like you're going to be fun in bed, but you're going to be a pain in the ass in the house.
Wow.
I don't know, because you're my
I
brother,
know.
and I don't even look at
I've
you
been
like
around more times than Mr. Softy.
So I'm fun in bed, but
But you're going to be a pain in the ass in the kitchen.
see, that's not true because look, I cook,
but that's
clean.
the aura you giving
No,
off.
but I
I'm
cook,
not saying
clean.
what the reality is.
Oh, it's the perception.
It's
You
what you're
say.
giving off.
Right.
It's what
No,
some.
a
You
young
look like
lady did tell me.
you
A
look like
young
you're
lady did
really
tell
gonna
me.
be in the short term.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants to like cross that bridge with you.
No, I did have a girl that told me one time. She was like, she went all the way back to high school. She went back to high school and she was like, yo, when I used to see you in high school, you used to look like you wanted to beat everybody up. I was like, what? But like I said, who walks around smiling all day anyway, though?
Sean, every time you see me, I got a smile on my face.
Well, you're a
And
different
so does your
character.
husband.
Huh?
And so does your husband. You two always look happy. He
Aw.
was like just right for you.
I have always been standoffish.
But that's why you exude. I'm not ready for love, and I got some good dick. Come get this good dick and bounce.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I
You're
guess
like,
so. They
I'm
can get the D, and
But
I'm
that's not what you
happy.
really want. You
That's
don't
all.
really want that. You want somebody long term.
But you don't want to do the middle part.
what's the middle part?
The middle part is
Chip
the
away at
part
that wall you got going
after
on.
after the first morning you wake up together.
No, we ain't waking up together.
What the fuck?
All right.
Here we go.
After you pull your pants back up,
Uh-huh.
and between your wedding day,
What wedding day?
What
your
the?
next wedding day. This is the part you don't want to do.
You don't even want to talk about it. She give you a fake
You
ass
want-
scenario and you
You don't
defensive.
want to get you don't want to get the rest of your body into a situation. You want a guarantee.
There's no guarantees. I know that. My whole thing is,
That don't mean that you don't want one.
how could I put this? I'm open to all that. Like, it's no problem. I'm cool with it. But I really feel like this is gonna sound messed up, but it's real. I really feel that women of this era are worse than the men. They're about the games. They're about the
Like,
BS.
Sean and I don't know the women you hang out with. We really don't.
Sean, you know some of the women I hung out with,
I
Yes.
don't.
Yes.
and a lot of them were about like I said, Sean was the one that told me a long time ago, and I never forgot it. I stick with it. She said, you can't tell a person how to feel, even if they're in, like, I'm gonna give you the scenario. This young lady was kind of married, and
We've discussed this young lady before.
right.
But
And
the funny part is not kind of married.
yeah, well,
You can't be kind of married.
right. Well,
Being kind of pregnant.
Right.
well, she didn't keep it real, and then when I did find out that she was still married, and I was like, hold up, I'm not trying to do this. She caught an attitude with me, like, oh, all you wanted to do was take. I'm like, hold up, if you would have kept it real from the start, we wouldn't have had this problem. So and I think it's a lot of women that are like that these days. Like, they're into the games. They want to jump off. They want the hot girl summer all year. And
But what
that's the
age
problem.
group are we talking about? Because if you're dating somebody in your age group and they still want a hot girl summer, then she's off limits anyway.
Sean,
What?
you know it's still women out there my age that's still
In
talking
their
about
50s?
yes, still
Ugh.
talking about hot girl summer. I'm like, get your ass in the bathroom and have a lukewarm bath. Like, you don't need to
For
hot
your
girl summer.
arthritis.
Right. And everybody wants love. Everybody want to manifest love, but
No,
this
but
is another
love needs work.
this is another conversation I had. I said, all right, let me take off the hat. Get the baldy going. I said, love in a relationship is work.
Yeah.
Any relationship is work. Our friendship is work because we got to learn each other. You got to respect each other. Everybody wants Instamatic nowadays. Like, I tell people all the time,
I agree.
I
with that.
know I'm stubborn as hell. I know that about me. But that's one of the good things. At least I know it and I'll own up to it. But with that stubbornness, I also know I'm not going to take nobody's shit.
But I
So,
will say this, not to cut you off. When I was learning you, there was days I was like, oh my God, stubbornness is too much. It's too much. But when I learned your heart, that's when you came, my brother.
right, because see, I'm a person, I like to do things. I don't play games. I like to be by the book. We could bend it a little bit, but we can't bend it to break it. So my thing is, like, if you down with me and you go, Wise, I need $100. I'm like, here, don't worry about it. Boom. I got your back. But I want people around me that I feel are likewise, like-hearted. Like, I know Sean. If I told Sean right now, like, yo, I'm messed up. I can't pay rent, blah, blah, blah. Sean's gonna help find a way to help me out.
Yep.
She know I'll do that with her. In relationships nowadays, like I said, it's all about the hot girl summer. I see grown women like running around like little teenage girls that I'm like, yo, I don't have time for that. So when you don't have time for that, what happens is I'm still human. I still enjoy the physical aspect. So there we go. I'll be like, all right, you could come over. No, I'll come to your house. That's all right. I'll come to your house. And we'll spend a little time. I'll bring a little Chablis, a little E&J or something, and
And this man.
and then but with that being said, if I find the right woman, I would have no problem sticking to that woman. Like none.
I agree with that. I believe that because you was married before.
Right.
And
And like I said,
because y'all was cheating.
right, like I said, well, I got married young, like Barbara. And
Right, but you got married young. Y'all was young and
right.
life,
We was young, and this is the next thing I'll tell you. In all our time of marriage, we never had an argument.
Well, that was a problem there too.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. And an argument don't mean you cursing each other out and kicking each other down the flight of stairs, but you gotta let it out. You gotta show them.
Every two people do not agree at everything.
Right.
If they do, somebody faking.
But let me tell you, the craziest part is when we were partying. When we was partying and I was leaving and she was dealing with what she was dealing with, that's when everything came out. And I'm like,
damn.
Are you serious? So if you felt that way, you were supposed to tell me. Like I told you, I was into the music and stuff.
Because I've recently been told that I blindsided somebody.
Okay.
That I never fought with. I never fought back.
Mm-hmm.
I got cursed out on a semi once or twice a year. I got my ass cursed out from top to bottom, and I refuse. That will never happen to me again. But I'm telling you the one thing. If a woman's not arguing, if she's not talking back to you, she is not safe. She does not feel safe, whether it be physically, intellectually, or emotionally. Does not feel safe. When a woman is at peace with who you are as a man and does not fear you in any way, she will check you in your tracks. My sister's been married for 30 years. No, I'm on a roll because I'm going to actually start to cry in a minute. And
no crying.
No crying on podcast, but I'm going to tell you, my sister that's been married 30 years,
mm-hmm.
her and her husband will run up one side and down the other, and it is over. They do not fear each other in any way. They don't fear each other's tempers. They don't fear each other's actions, and they don't fear each other's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean has that with Kevin. She will tell Kevin what the fuck is on her mind, good, bad, or indifferent.
Well, Sean told Jesus what's on her mind, so
not Jesus.
She'll tell Jesus. But see, with me and my ex, like it wasn't. I don't think it was a fear. I think it was like I said, young, 19, 20, 21. Like that's young. She was 19 years old. So that is definitely young. Then it's like we both Sagittarius. Everybody's not into the zodiacs and all that, but I think Sagittarius people are very like, yeah, all right, whatever, yeah, good, whatever.
Like that.
So you go along being like, yeah, all right, it's good, it's whatever. But now when something hits, you explode and everything, and that's the way it was. Everything came out. Well, I thought you was banging so-and-so. I'm like, all right, I might be an idiot, but I'm not going to bring a female that I'm banging up to the house and introduce her to my wife. Like,
Right.
no, no. You know I'm into the music. This girl worked at Hot 97. I brought her up like because she's trying to help us get airplay and stuff like that. And she was dating my boy. I'm not into Pastor P. That's not my stuff. But I'm saying like, but the best thing, like I said, the best thing out of that was my kids. Like my kids are great. And me and her at this time have an excellent relationship. Like we're better apart than we were ever together. I'll go up to her man's house. He DJs like I did, mess with his music. She'll come around. Like we have a great time.
That's
But
dope.
what I'm saying is, when you manifest a relationship, you can't just be like, "Yo, I want a woman." No, you got to really break down what you want, what you're looking for. You
Right.
got to know it within yourself. You got to know what type of woman. Like Sean said, I want a Little House on the Prairie woman. She feels I want Laura Ingram's. And my thing is, yeah, my thing is, I just feel like I always say, sexy doesn't mean naked. You could be beautiful in a two-piece suit.
But I think for me, when I say that, like you also want like somebody very submissive, very meek, very, you don't want nobody who's wise. I know
I don't
you
want no, because
no, what I'll say this, what I mean by submissive and meek and humble, and you don't want somebody who's loud and rowdy.
oh no, hell no,
Don't want no ratchet girl. You
no.
don't, you want the girl next door.
You
Well,
want
the
to
girl next door to me is ratchet.
Meaning the girl next door that you stupid. That you know that saying. You want the girl
I know.
that's she's a good girl.
Yeah, of course. I want the good girl all day.
You want the good freak.
Right, there you go. The good girl all day, the bad girl at night. Like that works for me. But I'm flexible. I've dated a lot of different women. And like to this day, most of them I still get along with pretty well. It was just whatever.
Friends.
Right.
As
but
friends.
but because I hold people, not just girlfriends. I hold people. If you my friend, if I embrace you, I hold you to a different standard. And you should hold me to a different standard.
Right.
Because you know, you trust me enough to know your wives would never do me dirty.
Right.
Let me and this it's all in the same thing. I'm gonna show you how the type of person I am. When I was still at work, it was a guy that he put in to be a level 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's waiting for them, right? Now the person that used to be the CO out here wasn't feeling him because that'll be another story. I'll tell you that one behind the scenes because
Right.
that person might be looking at pink flags, but
Right.
it wasn't a connection.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring me in the office and they're like, Wise, we want you to be his level 3. He'll work under you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. What you mean, no? I'm the CO. I'm the XO. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I said, this man has busted his ass for how many years doing the job. He would have to train me to do the job I'm going to supervise him for. He comes to work. He does what he's supposed to do. I'm not going to shit on nobody like that. You could take my stripes or whatever. I don't care. And I was like, I'm out. Bye. And my man looked at me. The dude that was supposed to, everything, like, he was like, yo, you real dude. And I'm like, no, because fear is fear. If you do the right thing, you should be judged upon that. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, me and you like the same girl and she's showing you a little more attention, so I'm going to shit on you. Nah, that ain't cool.
Right.
That's not my aura. So that's not my character. So I want people around me with good character. I know you're good people. I know how you get down. I know how Barbara get down. I'm not gonna let nobody in my inner circle that I feel character is shaky. Like, nah. And it's I'm not even saying shaky because someone else doesn't like you. If I'm looking at you, you always heard that saying, the person that talks to Barbara about you is going to talk to you about Barbara too.
I agree with that.
Oh, that is 1,000,000% true.
Right. So I'm that person. Don't come to me with no damn gossip. Don't come to me asking about nobody's sex life and this and that, because if you're doing that to them, you're doing it to me too. So, like I said, I could be a little much for some people, but if you're the right person, you're the right person. It's all good. I had another one that I ain't gonna get in this story. I'll leave that one alone. But like I said, we had a very nice summer going into the winter. And I'll just put it like this: nice person, excellent person. You know it, Sean. Nice person, excellent person. But I remember when I was having my first surgery I was having, and I was like, yo, I can't run back and forth like I was because I'm going through something, I'm having my surgery. I know you getting these bitches and you just lost me. That's why I say, if you're if you're going through something, even with your manifestation, if you're going through something, step back, keep your coochie closed, get yourself together. I ain't gonna say a year or two, a couple of months. Get yourself together, let it come off, and then go out there and find out what you want to deal with. And you may find your best friend. That's it. Because that's how you and Kev rock, and I respect that. You're always joking, laughing. I know you as my sister, you'll get on that ass if you need to.
Let me tell you something. I tell people that all the time. Like, when you have a mate that y'all really have a connection, you're not gonna sit there.
You fell so hard so fast. It was crazy.
He was just different. He was just different from everybody else. If you think about it, he was just different, right or wrong wise.
Oh yes.
He was just different. Like, I was even talking about him today. Kevin is the first man that I've met said he wanted to adopt a child. You don't find many men who's like, I'll adopt a child. You know what I'm saying? You find women who do that, but you don't find men to open up their heart to say. So he was just different all around. Then when we got to doing the whole community service together thing, that's when I really fell in love. Like, oh, we could save the world together. All right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like,
Layla, hello.
Who's that?
Layla.
Sometimes coochie open to find love.
She said, keep your coochie open to find love. Something is wrong with Layla.
Layla found love. She can say whatever she wants.
Right. But yeah. I do feel like when you also find the person that you're in, holding your mate accountable.
Yes.
And stuff like that is so that works for me and Kevin too. Like, I've been back and forth what I told you, I got a new job or whatever like that. And I've been reasoning why maybe I shouldn't take the job. And Kevin was like, yo, you lost your 401k or whatever like that, working with school safety because of your illness. He was like, you got a new chance. You got to do it. And it's just everybody holding everybody accountable for the things that happens, on the day to day. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So Layla said, you say keep your coochie closed. If I would have done that, I would have never.
But see, all right, I got the answer to Layla right there.
I answered.
Oh, she answered it. There you go.
What
Until
Barbara
you get
said.
your mind right. After one relationship, it goes back to what we were saying last
Right.
podcast.
I agree.
It's not about, like, they used to have that saying, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone. And I'm like, nah, that don't work. Because all you're doing right then is messing up someone else's life.
And
Because yours isn't
Also,
even.
you're transferring your unused affection for one
Right.
person onto somebody else.
And I like the new saying that's heal before you deal.
Yep.
Heal before you deal. Yes, let's
I
keep
love that.
that can be like heal before you deal in 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the other saying, happy house, happy
Happy
spouse.
spouse.
Yeah.
Not happy wife, happy life. No, happy
In
house.
2023, this is what I'm manifesting. In 2023, when Pink Flags finally sells merch,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna put those.
Right.
We're gonna put happy house, happy spouse, heal before you deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many.
Get under before you get over.
Yeah.
we
It's so
got a
many-
lot. We got a lot.
Oh. I've been there too, Layla. Yeah. And Layla is Wise's daughter-in-law. And she is in a long-term relationship with his son Day Day, and they have a child. And before she met Day Day, she was in a relationship with an addict. And
that can be traumatizing.
it's very
No, that definitely is traumatizing. But like I said, even with that, I hope she took a little time to get herself right, to get her mind right, then move on. And I'm not saying you gotta be celibate for like 5 years. No.
Oh.
I'm saying give yourself a little time. Like, if you can't love yourself, you can't love no one else.
I agree with that. And I feel like every time you get out of a relationship, especially the long
Some
relationship,
people are resilient. Layla says it took no time at all. And you know what? Sometimes it really doesn't.
You know why it took no time for her and Day Day? Because they both fucking nuts. But
That
no, they're good together. They work for a young couple. They bounce off each other, and that's what it's about. You gotta bounce ideas. You gotta figure it out together. It shouldn't be like, this is what I want. This is how it's gonna be, and that's when it's like
20 years ago when I got divorced, there was this book and it was like brand new called He's Just Not That Into You.
Oh yeah, I know that book.
And I think I bought it like the week after I made my ex-husband move out. And it was like all these stories about people that were alone for a decade and meet somebody and boom, it was on. Or people that were out of a relationship.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
15 minutes and they meet somebody in the elevator and they're together for like the rest of their lives.
Let me call you right back in like 15 minutes.
like I
think that if it's the right person for you,
I'm doing my podcast.
time doesn't matter.
No, time don't
I'll
matter.
call you right back.
Because me and Kevin, we were dating 2 years and marriage is the goal. Let's do it.
And that's important. Like, you both have to know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you go on a date Friday and by Monday you're saying I want to marry that person.
Nah.
But you got to know if you're a person.
But I know now.
But there are stories where people
I
married
know.
in a week and they be married for forever.
But there's also stories where, and I believe this. I believe this wholeheartedly. I'm not going to say it's me, but I believe sometimes you could meet someone and like after that first date, you're like, yo, this is the right one. This is the one for me. That something just clicks and you know that person and you are a good match. And I believe that. I believe that could be true.
The one thing though that I do know now that I did not know when I started this podcast, and I probably shouldn't have started a relationship podcast without knowing, was that when you have to pull somebody into the next phase of a relationship time and time again,
Mm-hmm.
the first time you have to pull them into the next phase of the relationship, don't.
I'm back.
Just don't. If you have to, like, you know, 3 months and, you're kicking it and you're laying in bed every Sunday morning and it's like, I haven't met any of your friends. My friends. Because it's one of those things that couples do. You met my friends, you met my cousins, you know, and you have to pull them into it. Like you have to convince them that you're worth it. And then another year down the road, you got to convince them that you're worth this and this and this. Once
Mm-hmm.
you have to convince someone that you are worth it, that you are worth taking it to the next level, you're wasting your own time.
I agree. 110%.
I agree with that.
No.
I agree with that.
Like for my manifest in 2023, I want someone to tell me that he knows what he wants. Like, oh, I'm not sure that I love like regular people. Next.
But what
Right.
the hell is regular people?
Right.
Yeah, what's regular people?
But you know what? We don't even have time to find out next.
Yeah, next. We don't want to know how regular people love.
Because when you say stupid shit like that, you're just saying dumb shit. So next.
Well,
Yes.
well, my thing is like I said,
Let's not say dumb shit. All right.
When I ain't gonna say looking for love, but when I'm out there,
Which one was you looking for love, bro?
because I honestly
It's
feel
about manifesting. If you are not saying that you're looking for love, then you're not looking for love.
You're
No, I
putting that
honestly-
in the atmosphere, though.
I honestly feel you shouldn't have to say you're looking for love. Like you know it, I know it. You know.
My thing is, I'm looking for love.
Mhm.
I want to love. I want to get love back. There is no expiration date, and there is no there's no start date. There's no end date.
Right.
See, I definitely embrace love. I will embrace it.
Are you looking for a long-term
All right,
relationship?
after 90
yeah.
minutes, what are you embracing?
After what?
After 90 minutes, what are you embracing?
It's gonna be a little longer than 90 minutes, but
Oh Jesus Christ!
but
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. I was thinking like 20 minutes, but okay, good.
but that'll take Sean back to one of our Wednesday conversations. But
about this.
but I'm looking for a person that's real, that's sincere, that's open-minded, not all about BS, just a real down-to-earth person. That's it. Like I said, that's comfortable in their own skin.
All right. My number 2, do not be a fuckboy.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like, dang, you really gotta say that in 2022? Damn.
But look. But what's a fuckboy? What's a fuckboy to you guys?
Boys out in the world.
It may
Nonsense.
not be. It may not be to the next person.
Huh?
What's a fuck boy to you and Sean may not be to the next person.
I'm pretty
If you
sure.
gotta say don't do fuck boy shit, then he's a fuck boy.
Yeah. If you have to explain to him what a fuckboy is or what a fuckboy does,
He's
he
probably a
just
fuck boy.
may be a
All
fuck.
right, but all right, not for nothing. I have to say it. A lot
Say
of
it.
women, a lot of women in this era give the guys the vibe to be the fuck boys because they're the
I'm going to retract my fuckboy vibe. I'm retracting
right.
it.
They all the like I said, everybody wants a hot girl. Not
But
even
I
a
will
summer.
say this. Not only that, bro. I will say this. Not only that. I feel like me, Sean, personally, I feel like you have to put out there what you want.
Right.
You have
That's
to
what I'm
put out
saying.
there. You can't let a guy talking about let's see where this go you to death. Listen, this is what I want. I promise you, let me tell you something. I did everything so different when I started dating Kevin. I shocked myself. Our first conversation was I was like, this is what I want. This is what I like. I'm dating with a purpose. I'm this, I'm that. I told him I feel like my man should drive me. When we're driving somewhere, I feel like, I should be treated a certain way. And you know what Kevin said? Where do I sign up? I put my cards on the table the first conversation.
But it's nothing wrong with
That's
that. You
that's
grown.
exactly what I want. I've been in charge of my life now. I've been my sole supporter, my my sole provider. I've been absolutely in charge of myself for the last 20 years. Even when I was living with somebody, they did not take care of me. I took care of them. I want somebody who's going to let me be the fucking girl for a change.
Right, right. And when
All
I
right,
put
but
that on the table, that was
listen to what Barbara just said. She wants someone that's gonna let her be the girl for once, right?
right.
There's a lot of ladies nowadays that's like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want a man to do this. I don't want a man. It's a different era.
Oh,
Even
Agree.
for
the
even for a lot of people our age. I've heard a lot of women my age like, oh, I don't want no man to do this. I don't need a man. Like, it's not about what you need. It's
But
about
you know what I also feel, not to cut you off, the women
mhm.
who say that is jaded, is hurt, is there's something behind that. Because no woman wants to always feel strong. No
Right.
real woman wants to always feel
Mhm.
like they can't be taken care of or they shouldn't be taken care of. Most women want somebody to take care of them at some point in their life, in their
I
day,
want
in their whatever. Rub
yeah,
my feet. Even if I cook, when we get in the bed, you rubbing my feet. Even when no one wants to feel strong all the damn time.
But see,
100%. I was
it's
sick
magic
for
what you just
years
said.
and no one missed a meal.
It's magic with what she just said though. When you say no one, people forget men have feelings also. People forget that
The
sometimes.
wrong women forget that.
And 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 I tell people men mask it a lot, but
Yeah,
men are more sensitive than women.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%.
So but men aren't allowed to show that because when a man shows his soft side, oh, he's weak, he's soft, like I was watching something on Facebook today, and they put that up. They used the example. They said people made Will Smith a meme,
I saw that. Yes.
and it's real.
Yes.
It's
When
real.
the
After
men
he
they
smacked
had
Chris
these
Rock,
breakdowns, these black men had these
right,
nervous breakdowns.
right,
We as society made fun of them.
right.
Yes, I did see that.
And so they said, why do you think men don't open up and say? Because as soon as a man opens up and
Yeah.
says what he's feeling, he becomes the butt of all jokes. And I'm like, yo, that's so real.
That's real.
That's real. So, like, I feel it's like Barbara said, you got to know what you want. You got to understand what you want. And you got to, I feel, go for what you want. Like, you know what you got to.
Someone who wants the love that you have.
Right. Right.
That's huge. You and Kevin wanted the love that the other one had. You
Yes.
wanted the same love.
But Barbara, could I tell you,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sean, don't shoot me when I say this.
Oh shit.
But Sean definitely went from a bunch of fucking frogs to a prince.
Oh, I
Oh,
definitely.
1,000,000%. Remember, I've been around long enough to have met a couple of the other
No,
frogs.
because some of the other ones were definitely frogs.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
it was so bad. One day her brothers was gonna beat one of the frogs' ass.
Yep.
So we was like, no, y'all, we don't do that. And people gotta understand, like, in your journey, you may meet a few people that aren't worthy, but you gotta always remember you're worthy. And
Yep.
that's the biggest part. That's why I keep saying, if you can't love yourself, you can't love no one else. You
And-
have to love yourself.
And you know what? I told this to a girlfriend one time because she was an ex kept telling her she's too much, she's too much. You'll never be too much for the man that's right for you. You
That's
will
right.
never be too much for the man that's right for you.
Because maybe for the man that's right for her, she'll bring it down a little bit. Or he'll step it up for her.
Exactly.
So that's what it's about. Like I always tell people, and this is another one of Sean's favorite things to say that I run with, and I always tell everybody this: people treat you the way you allow them to treat you.
Come on now.
So if you allow someone to treat you like shit, they're gonna always treat. And you could check somebody, and you could say, "I don't like the way you're speaking to me. I don't like this. I don't like." It don't have to be an argument, but when they show you that, you got to check that right away.
No, when they show
Oh, I'm feeling that.
think
I'm
you
actually feeling that in my skin right now.
You're feeling that under your skin.
My skin.
Mm.
No, it's true though. But you do have to check it from the door. You do have to check it from the door. Like there's certain things you gotta put on the table at the door. Because
Mm-hmm.
a simple fact, when you put all your cards on the door, boom, this is what I do in a relationship. This is what blah 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 blah. A man, you're gonna start weeding out the dumbass. If a man be like, "Oh, you want a lot, mad fast," he ain't the one.
The minute someone tells you that they don't think that they can give you what you tell them you need, they don't think that they will try. They will try means no.
A man that really wants you,
No.
he's gonna pull everything you say in his database and he's gonna chip at it one by one. Am I right or wrong, Wise?
You're 100%
No, you're
right.
1,000,000% right. And it's like, if you let somebody get off with the whole, I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to try, they already told you no. They give you a big, fat, fucking bloody red
Or
no.
where this goes? No, I'm not gonna see where this goes.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm going to do what I want to do until the wheels fall off.
so
And
you,
if I actually have to kick the wheels
Yeah.
a few times, so be it.
right? They're gonna do that until you realize he's gaslighting you. He's seeing where it. Let me see where this goes. Is a word for I'm about to waste your fucking time.
Yeah. And it's like, how about, that's why love is a world of yes. Because how about you just don't waste my time?
Right.
How about you either want it or you don't want it? And how about even more? How about men not ever, ever, ever in the history of forever send an unsolicited dick pic.
I hate when people do that. That's the quickest way for me to
But
block.
I honestly, you probably think that that is just about the prettiest little phallus ever in humankind. But honestly, it
Ugh.
looks just like the one that the last moron sent
Right.
to me. Because with the crappy lighting and the cheap ass phone, I couldn't tell if you were snipped, not snipped, your race, your creed, nor your religion. And honestly, I couldn't even look at it for more than 3 seconds because I was repulsed.
Yeah. Right. Stop. 2023.
You and your phone need to pursue better habits.
Well, thankfully, I'm way past that stage of life. So
You're generous.
Unsolicited.
And
I listen. If I tell
you
Kevin,
are on a pedestal because you're a good guy, and we know you're a good guy. But remember, we live in the era of 60-year-old women who want a hot girl summer and 60-year-old male fuckboys.
but let me tell you,
Mhm.
and we can end it with this one.
And we will.
I don't send the pictures no more. Let me tell you why. I sent the picture to a young lady. We knew each other forever. And she was trying to like link up with me. And this is a whole nother crazy ass story, but I won't go into all the details on this one.
Guys,
But she knew me for a long time. So she was like, come on, you know everybody call me Boo. Come on, Boo, send the picture, send the picture. I'm like, all right, I sent the picture. Why does chick take the picture at work? She's looking at the picture. One of her coworkers see it. That's nice. She charged the female $20 for my picture.
no,
I'm
you
like, how you getting paid off my D and I ain't getting nothing out the deal?
oh my God, I've heard it all.
I got pimped and didn't get no money.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Why did we need to know this story?
So I said, no more of those.
No dick pics.
No.
No.
It's
No.
overrated. It's stupid.
2023.
Like no one in the age of between the age of 30 and 60 should be sending dick pics any damn
Hold
way.
on, what emojis is I
Crying.
don't see it.
She's
Don't
crying.
She's
Don't
laughing.
do that. She just mad I didn't send her one.
I'm dead. So, okay, guys.
Oh yeah. So happy New
Sure.
Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, whatever you celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate it safely and peacefully.
Yes.
And
We'll be back at here.
And we'll be back in 2023, bigger, better, stronger than we were before.
bigger and badder.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're ready. And
Happy
I love
holidays,
you guys.
everyone.
Happy
I love
holidays.
you guys. I'm gonna speak to you guys before 2023 though.
Of course.
So
Of course.
you know, love you all.
Love you.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
Layla and Ebony and Zapata for showing up.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Later.